Hello everyone and welcome to Spellbind Tactics. My name is Jorge and I'm the only developer of the game right now. I'm gonna show you some gameplay in this video and the basics of the game, and then I will have a different video talking about the project itself, about the development of the game. So if you're interested, just check it out please. Alright, so let's get into it. What is this game about? This is a turn-based online tactics game. You control a small team of characters like this, and you face another player with his own team. The objective is of course to defeat all of his characters without losing your own. And here, for example, on the top right, as you can see, is the timeline. It is really important because it will tell you the order in which the characters will play their turns. Here on the top left is the character information, when you can check all of the stats of the character. That will be also really important when playing, just to know how much damage you're going to do or you're going to stop from the enemy. So yeah, and here on the left is the abilities menu. You can navigate through it with the mouse and the keyboard. So yeah, and this is the movement. So you can move once per turn with every character, but there are two different ways of doing it. You can do it like automatically, just clicking on a tile and it will do like a generated route, or you can trace a manual path if you want, so you can avoid traps and nearby enemies if you are having trouble with that. So yeah, I think that's really useful. Here is the action menu, which you will find the abilities, but they are structured in 3 different categories. So yeah, attack, defense and utility. It's pretty simple. So let's check the attack menu first. This is the meteor attack, which you just aim to one place and hit an enemy or more than one if you want. So you can see deals damage to all of them, and it also knocks them back. This can be useful when planning strategies, so you can do different combos and combine some abilities. Another thing that I like to show you is that, as you can see, this is a fire ability. Fire abilities will get power from the fire power of the character, which you can check here. The color yellow stands for the fire, and the blue for the arcane, and the green for the mystic. Those are the sources of power in the game, and you can block damage from that source, or you can deal damage from that source. So yeah, this character in specific, it can deal damage from fire, but also from arcane. So let me show you, for example, this spell, which will deal more damage if you are further away from the enemy. So for example, this enemy, I will throw 2 projectiles, but if I choose like a different one more far away, wait, let me move please. Yeah, like this one, it will throw 3 different projectiles. The game plan with this character in specific is to try to generate as many arcane projectiles as possible, because that will trigger the passive of the character, which is called Arcane Fragments, and this is a passive that will grant you arcane power with the more projectiles of arcane projectiles that you throw. So yeah, it can be really useful with abilities like, for example, this one, which is Hydra Shot. Right, so I'm gonna show you the Hydra Shot. This is an attack that when it collides with another character, it will generate 2 copies of itself. So that's really useful when triggering the Arcane Fragments passive of the character, which will grant you extra arcane power when you spawn arcane projectiles. So yeah, it's like a chain effect. You have to trigger it with the projectile, and then it will buff all of your next projectiles. So a good way of using it is, for example, hitting these 2 characters which are aligned, so you can spawn even more projectiles. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And when talking about the Arcane Fragments passive, if you have like a certain name of stacks of the passive, you will unlock powerful abilities, like for example this one, Divine Punishment, which is a global ability and it will hit for like a lot of damage. Oh, by the way, by the things you are looking, sometimes I hit my allies instead of the enemies and things like that, but it's also because I'm just testing, so everything is not set up for the final match. But yeah, you will usually hit your enemies with the abilities, not your teammates. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the attack abilities. I'm gonna show you the defense menu of this character, so you can find the fire tornado. This is one of my favorite abilities, because when I was making this game I was trying to avoid having like simple combat systems of just hitting the enemy or missing the enemy with a percentage. I don't think that's really fun, and we can do better than that. So for example, if you spawn like a tornado like this, it will block any projectile that it comes in contact with. I think that can be really useful when playing, and also opens the door for like really special interactions and more complicated gameplay, and just not hitting or missing the target based on a percentage. And also okay, so I'm gonna show you now the utility menu of this character. Here you have abilities which don't really protect you instantly from another ability, or are just not focused on just dealing damage. Like for example, you can find this fire trap, which I will plant there, and if you trigger that trap with like an ability, like this one for example, it will explode and deal damage to the characters it hits. As you can see, it also interacted with the tornadoes I was saying. That's kind of the objective of the game, to make everything interact with each other. So yeah, it's kind of useful. So this is pretty much it for this character. So this is the skeleton character. Is different from the priestess. He has its own set of abilities. As you can see, he doesn't have right now like a defense ability, but that's because I'm still working on it. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the attack and the utility menu of this character. So you can see, for example, in the attack, that the skeleton is very close to dragons. He kinda loves them, and you will be able to see that because some of the abilities are really closely related to dragon. Like for example, this one is called Dragon Soul, and it will summon a Dragon Soul and hit your enemies. So yeah, that's kinda cool. So yeah, another ability is for example the Dragon Embers, which you can summon anywhere, and what this will do is this will power up the fire abilities that it comes across, and will block abilities from other sources like Mystic or Arcane. They will be blocked. It's like a wall. And so yeah, if you the cool thing about this character is that if you combine all of the dragon abilities, like for example the Dragon Egg with the Fire Embers and the Dragon Soul, you'll be able to summon a dragon for the team, which I think is pretty cool. You can of course play with the dragon and basically use it to your advantage. As you may imagine, he's really powerful, and he also has only attack abilities because yeah, he's kind of aggressive. So yeah, you can hit for example with the Dragon Breath, big area, which will deal damage to all of the enemies, and you can also use the Soul Feast, which is my favorite ability right now. You can select like a single target, basically consume soul with this. Yeah, this dragon is pretty cool. And yeah, this is kinda like a combo effect. You will have to have like a gameplay plan in the long term to be able to pull this out. Of course, it will be kind of expensive, and the other player will have to try to play against that, because if you get to summon the dragon, then your power will be like increased by a lot. So yeah, it's kind of something that you have to watch out if you're playing versus someone who's trying to pull this out. So yes, you can see also the movement. He can go anywhere he wants. It's basically OP. And yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna explain now how the items work in this game. You can see that here on the bottom is my inventory. Right now it's just empty. And here on the right is the shop. So yeah, the shop, how it works. It's just like this menu that you can check out anytime, and you'll be able to select one item of each row. So for example, let me pick this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. So whenever a sub turn comes in, like this one for example, that you can see the symbol of the shop, you will confirm the end of the turn and you will get the items that you have chosen. So yeah, I'm gonna explain them a little bit. The first thing that you can notice is that you can move them around the inventory if you want to keep an order of it. And yeah, as you can see, some of them have like a blue frame and the others have like a red frame. This is because there are positive and negative items in the game. And if you're wondering why would you want to pick like a negative item, well, that's because you can give items to the enemy characters. That can be really useful. So for example, if I give this one to an enemy like this skeleton, it will reduce the mobility of the character. So now the next turn he will be able to move less tiles than before. You can always check which items are equipped in any character, like in this case for example. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And for the positive items, you will simply want to add them to a friendly character. Like these boots will increase your mobility, and the potions will increase the power of a specific source of power. So in this case, this is a red potion, so it will make my firepower grow. As you can see right now it's on 26. You can just drag and drop the potion to the character that you want, and it will go up to 31 in this case. So yeah, I made it like this so you can build any strategy that you want, and if you are focusing on a, let's say, a fire strategy, you can get fire potions in the shop and things like that to support this strategy and make you more powerful when throwing your abilities. So yeah, this is like a firecracker mod. You will do the opposite of the fire potion. You just give it to an enemy and he will have the fire armor reduced, like this one for example. As you can see, all of the armors are on 25 besides the fire one, which is on 20. So yeah, kinda cool too. And this is a legendary item. You can see that these items are legendary because of the glowing thing around the item. So yeah, they're kinda cool. They're really powerful, but you can only get one for every sub round. So let's say I give it this item to my priestess character, and what this item will do, this is a really powerful one, is that whenever I hit someone with an arcane ability, it will summon an arcane projectile from the sky, and it will hit the enemy that I have hit with my ability. So let me show you. I use, for example, my Hydra shot on this skeleton, and then an extra projectile will come from the sky. As you can see, that can be really powerful, and it would also trigger the passive of the priestess. So this is kind of the strategy that you want to use if you are focusing on the priestess. You want to hit as many enemies as possible with as many projectiles as possible. So it will make stronger your passive, and in relation, this passive will make stronger your projectiles. So yeah, it's kind of something that may start in a low level, but the more the game goes by, it will become stronger. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the game. Thank you so much for watching, and sorry about my English. I'm not really used to talking like this. Hello again. I just wanted to tell you guys that you can find the game on Steam right now. You can add it to your wishlist if you like. So yeah, so you can follow all the news about the game. Here you can also find a little bit of extra information. And also I wanted to tell you that I will have my links to my social media on the description. So if you wanna join the Discord or follow me on Twitter or whatever, just you can do it. And yeah, I'm glad. Alright, so I think I'm done for this video. If you wanna learn more about the game, just check out the development video, please. So yeah, thank you.